What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Game Hunting in Idaho. This is episode 2, and in this episode, we are going to be going out of town because I am working in a very small town called Crouch. Yes, Crouch, Idaho is about an hour and a half outside of Boise along the banks of the Payette River. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. I love coming up in the mountains up here. The river is just flowing super fast right now. So there's a lot of rafters, kayakers out here enjoying the river and enjoying the summertime. And, I come up here every once in a while for work, because there's a lot of cabins up here, and a lot of these places up here need remodeling and need updating. So every once in a while, maybe once a year, I'll come up here with my company and we'll do some work up here. But when I've been up here in the past, I did notice that there was a thrift store up here in Crouch, but they're always closed. So as I'm driving through town, I noticed that there was cars in the parking lot and the door said open on it. So I was stoked. So I'm going to head up to my job right now. I'm going to get it finished for the day, and then I'm going to come back down into town, maybe get some lunch in this small little town, maybe go to get a cup of coffee or something like that, and then head over to that thrift store and see what I can find. That's not just video games, but anything 80s, 90s, retro style, the stuff that I love to collect. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and go into Valley Country Store. This is the thrift store I was talking about. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it's your typical thrift store. I was a little disappointed. I thought there'd be more antique-y stuff, more older furniture and glassware, or maybe some older TVs in here, but they got your typical thrift store stuff. You got a lot of remotes, extra cables. There was some pretty standard computer monitors that are a few years old, your keyboards, and what I noticed in rural communities, there's more like tools and sporting goods in these kinds of places. So those are the things that I'm not looking for. I'm not looking to flip or sell any of this kind of stuff, and honestly, I was out here looking to add to my personal collection, looking for, video games or comic books and things of that nature. But I always go over the glassware and to see what I can find. Maybe I can find like an old Star Wars glass or like a McDonald's glass, or something cool from my childhood that I maybe had at one time or that I'm looking for. But I always go over the glassware for sure, and the plates and stuff like that, because you never know. Didn't spot anything in this section at all. But then I also go through like the coffee mugs and things like that like plates and stuff, just cause I like that kind of stuff. I'm a nerd like that. So always looking for like a Star Wars mug or like a Turtles mug or something like that, so gotta look at that. But I didn't spot anything in this store at all. Your pretty standard stuff there. And then I did find some board games. So I went over to the board games and did find a couple Risk games that I was interested in because these looked pretty old. So I opened one up and it was in really good shape. However, I went ahead and passed on this, even though it is in really good shape. I mean, everything was like super organized in this box, and I probably could have sold it pretty quick because I'm not, huge into Risk, but that was pretty neat to see. And then I did spot some vinyls on the floor there on this shelf, and then a couple comic books. So I was getting hyped a little bit. Once I spotted these comic books, I'm like, okay, I got to keep looking around this store because you never know what'll be sitting in here. So, but I did pass on these Supergirl comics. That's not really my thing. I did, however, find this cool machine. I don't know what the heck this thing was. Some sort of like mixer for microphones or something, but it was pretty cool, very retro. There was a $40 price tag on that, so I passed on that. And then this light too, I thought that was pretty neat. I was going to bring that home to the game room, but I did pass. There was a section of CDs and DVDs, so I did go over the CDs and DVDs. Always looking for that spine that says NTSC on it, guys. Always look for that when you're looking over CDs, because you never know, you might find a PS1 game tucked in these CDs. But there's a lot of like opera and country music and stuff, not really my thing. Looked over the DVDs, same thing. Nothing really stood out to me with the DVDs. The owner or the gal working behind the counter did say she had a box of DVDs. There might be some games in there. I went into the back, didn't film it because I didn't want to film the back of the store, but there was nothing in there but DVDs. And then I found a basket of PS2 games. So I went and a PC game, but I passed on all of these because these are your standard thrift store games I see in the thrift store constantly all the time. So I did pass on this. There was one Xbox game as well in the back here, but no, thank you. And then I spotted this box on the floor. And it said miscellaneous TV cables and PlayStation. Open it up, and sure enough, check it out. PS2 Mini. Yeah, stoked to find this. Well, I did buy this. I brought it home, and guess what, guys? We are back in the game room, and I'm going to show you guys what's in this box. Now, as you can see here on the front of the box, it says $4 for the entire box. $4 for the entire box. Super stoked. So I took the box to the counter and I was like, is this $4? And she said, yep, $4. There you go. You can have everything that's in here. Well, PS2 Mini, super minty, came with the memory card, came with the cables. However, there was no DualShock 2, but I have multiple DualShock 2s in my garage. So I'm stoked that, yeah, I found this for $4. I mean, come on. I think these comp for close to $100 complete, and if they're working. But happy to report it does work, and I'm very stoked that I found this for $4. And it came with Guitar Hero 2. I mean, come on, stoked. But the rest of the stuff in the box was just random cables, just like it says. So I'm going to take this to the thrift store and donate, because you never know, someone might need some cables. But yeah, super great find. Cannot believe I found a PlayStation 2 Mini for $4. I'm going to actually keep this in my collection. I've always wanted one of these, and being that it's like almost brand new, yeah, I mean, what a score. Super stoked. And yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you guys love game hunting videos, then make sure to hit that subscribe button with the bell turned on, because like I said at the beginning of the video, this is episode 2. We're going to be doing a lot more. Probably won't be doing a lot of like out of town game hunting stuff like this, but it was really fun to do. I really enjoyed going to the mountains and breathing that fresh mountain air, and finding a PlayStation 2 Mini at a thrift store up there. How cool is that? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.